What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Miltrick Media. I'm your host, Miltrick, and I'm here with the one and only Wild Panda on the Run. How's it going, man? Thank you for being here.
What's going on, guys? Yo, I appreciate it. Miltrick, yo, I was dying to come to the show, and I'm happy, and let's get it rolling, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited to have you on. So let's dive right into it. Let's talk about Wild Panda on the Run and where this first started. So what inspired the name Wild Panda on the Run? When did you come up with it?
The name I came up with the name during pandemic. Well, the whole artist theme came through the pandemic. So On The Run is because I do a mix of music, Spanish and English, and all type of genres. So you don't know. One day I'll do a pop, the next day I'll do a rock. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I noticed that your sound, you have this hybrid sound. It's a multi-genre sound where you mix some elements of pop, you have the Latin influence, you have some trap influence, you have hip-hop and rock and indie rock. Mm-hmm. So you came up with this idea during the pandemic. The way your music blends all these sounds, what made you want to make music like that?
What made me, I don't know, I feel like there was a lot of same sounds everywhere right now. There's a lot of upcoming artists that are like, let's for example, the sky is full of stars. So we all shine the same, but you gotta have something different. You gotta bring a different light. So I feel like my music is way different of everybody. It's commercial and it's universal. So
yeah. No, it's great. And even you're coming off the release of, you have two versions of your song, Panda Enamorado. Enamorado, yeah. So the new film, the new music video came out. You work with director Carlito Films, and you had two versions of that song. So let's talk about the inspiration for that song. When did you first record that song?
That song was recorded, we talking about the first one, the original.
Yeah, we'll start with the first, then we'll talk about the second, 2.0.
The first one, I'll say February 2021, like freshly into the year. I was in the studio, I was creating, I heard a sound, it was an uplifting sound. I'm like, I want to make something not too crazy, but not too simple. But the beat already, it was a lot. It's an up-tempo beat. So I was like, let me get something catchy that goes with my name, Panda. Panda Enamorado, everybody been in love.
Yeah.
And there was a kid named Josiah. He's a 5-year-old. He's in the song. He's a feature in the song.
Yeah.
If you guys notice, when y'all go and to listen to the song, he's featured. He went in and he started singing the song automatically. Like in the mix, he was starting singing.
Yeah, I
like,
noticed that
what?
in the video. That's cool.
I said, you know what? Let's put him in. And from there, it was a boom.
Yeah. Where did you film that music video? Did you go to a studio? Were you in the Bronx? Were you in Manhattan?
That was in Brooklyn. But right now, I don't remember the location. If anybody likes the settings and everything, just write to me and I'll let you know. But right now, I don't have it processed in my head.
Yeah, you don't have it on top of your head. No worries. Yeah, no, that looked like a cool studio to shoot a video. So you're currently an independent artist, correct? Or are you signed to a label?
No, I have my own label.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll talk about your record label, but you're currently independent. You're managing your career on your own. You're financing your career on your own. So let's talk about, as an independent artist, how you finance and prepare to shoot music videos. So to other up-and-coming artists just starting out, they may want to get involved and learn the steps, right? So when you were shooting these projects, these videos, where did you first get started? How did you plan it all out? What was step one?
Step one, looking for location. Now, first the step, let's go back, rewind that. The first thing is sitting down and organizing your work. So you got to think about what type of music video you want and where, the lighting, all the little small details, because if you prepare with the small details, the project's gonna come out beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's the first step. The second step, just look for the location and have a great team that supports you. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to do much, but just be there, give you great feedbacks, even negative feedbacks, because every type of feedbacks are great.
Yeah. And that's really important. Like, we were talking about that off air and preparing for this, having a team. And I've talked to a lot of artists about the importance of having a team, especially even if you're independent or DIY. How important do you think it is as a music artist to have a small but focused team around you?
It's 150%. Because there's going to be a lot of opinion going around. Anything you do in life, there's going to be people saying yes, no, do this, do that. But if you have a core group that understands your dream, understands your goals, that's going to push you to success.
Yeah.
Because you have a whole team.
100%.
A team is here to support you. You support them. That's where the team comes from.
Yeah. And members that could be a part of your team could be a manager. It could also be a business manager. You could have a lawyer on your team or even just an in-house producer. So for Wild Panda on the Run, who is on your team currently?
TPLS East, which is my producer. TPLS, it stands for the Perfect Lifestyle. That's their own brand as well. I have La Verdadera Grasa, one of my best friends. There's a lot of people. I don't want to miss them, so let's just stick it to that.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. No, that is a great point, how you could work with some producers more than once, and even just your team could really help you evolve your vision and push it to heights that you'd never even imagine. But how important do you think it is to have a strong brand in the music industry?
A strong brand is key because at the end of the day, a brand is your portfolio. So, for example, even coming to this interview, if I didn't have nothing, I'm all the place. Like you couldn't interview me, or you could have, but it would have been harder for you to research about me. So having that, it sets in stones, and it's a solid work. So it's your portfolio at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've talked this with another guest in the past, like how Instagram and social media could be your portfolio. It's a new digital portfolio where you showcase your work, you put out your content.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were creating this brand, you started this in the pandemic in 2020, Wild Panda on the Run. What made you want to come up with a panda? So why a panda and not anything else?
Panda. Something that just came out to my head. I don't even got the right answer to it.
Yeah.
Something that just that God put in my hands.
Yeah.
So it stuck to me, and people loved it. It's unique, and I get compliments all the time. People love it. The head. Going back to the first song, Panda Enamorado, the head was introduced. I wasn't even thinking about the head. So I saw it and I bought it. And I'm like, you know what? Because it goes with the song, it goes with my name, let me just put it on. And I had to stick with it for the rest, not for my rest of my career, but for right now, I'm sticking to the head.
Yeah.
Because it's a big part of my image.
Yeah, and that's great. You have that strong image and you're setting that foundation right away, and you're introducing that as a key facet right away. That sets it in stone. That's a really big impression. Wild Panda on the Run, if you had to describe your brand in 3 words, what would it be?
Unique, uplifting, and love.
That's great. That's great. And you even showcase that in your content and the music videos. So let's talk about your YouTube and growing your audience. Currently, your YouTube has nearly 800,000 views. The 2 or 3 videos you've put out, they've amassed views over 100,000 each. So how have you been able to grow your audience? In terms of marketing, what have you done over the last couple of years?
Well, 1 year. I just made a year.
Oh, 1 year. Yeah,
so
that's
it's
great.
A birthday. It's a birthday year already.
365, yeah.
It's a lot. There's one side in the music, and there's another side, business. At the end of the day, people are always gonna be like, yeah, you got the talent, but you also gotta learn the business about it. So there's a lot of marketing involved. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, everything is just out of nowhere, just drop the views. There's a lot of marketing, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all type of platforms.
Yeah.
It all connects at the end of the day. Social media connects to our life. It's like one of our veins, the way that we live now, you know?
Yeah, the way it's implemented into daily life more than ever. Social media became ubiquitous. It's in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use it to your great advantage. You can use it to a great advantage. So did you use some paid advertising as well? Like I've tried using Facebook ads, you have Google ads, and a lot of musicians now, they use that to help drive traffic to YouTube, to Spotify, and everyone in the industry uses it now. Did you utilize Facebook and Instagram ads when you were trying to market?
Yeah, I'm certified in Google.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, I took a course and everything. I'm certified.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I study the business side while I do the passion, love to the music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do.
Yeah, no, same as well. Like I went to school for music industry. I got a degree in it because I realized it'd be great to know the business side so I could make a tangible career out of making music, making creative content? Because I want to be able to do that. You know, like you said, I agree. It's great to know the business side, and it's very important, especially now, because if you don't know some of the business side, it could be a lot harder to navigate the industry. So you said you got certified in Google advertising and everything. If people are just starting out and they want to get into paid advertising for their music, what is some advice that you have to music artists just getting started and they want to learn about advertising?
The same, YouTube. Everything is on YouTube nowadays. So somebody's talking about it. So just study, find your sources, and invest. You got to invest. Even if it's a small amount of money, you got to invest to learn the key parts of the business. You learn, and then you go from there. You learn from mistakes. Obviously, it's not a clear path. You got to make. Yeah. You gotta hit the rock and fall down and all the you know how the story goes.
Yeah. And when you were marketing these videos and doing the paid advertising, did you have a set budget? Was it per day, per week? Like how much were you pumping into these ads?
I try to do differently. Let's say day, 5 days a week, different territories, languages, because that's how I started the music. Right now is worldwide type music.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to understand what I'm saying because it's an uplifting song. So I could target China right now.
Yeah.
Or Russia or any country, you know?
Yeah, so the ads you were doing, so you were targeting you were like going like through Europe, like South America, America. So you were just like keeping like a worldwide audience.
Yeah, another tip is like if you sound like another artist, there's ways that you could target their audience and you get great feedbacks from that.
Yeah, 100%. So let's talk about, you have your own record label. You use that imprint to distribute and release your own music. So when did you first start that record label? So that Wildlife is the name of the record label, right?
Okay, I wanted Wildlife, but Wildlife is already taken. And there's a lot of brand. Like even the casino, you find like those coin games, it's called Wildlife.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I need a label. So I was like, you know what, let's put it, label that Wildlife.
Yeah. Label that Wildlife. So yeah, when did you start that record label?
I'll say so I officially started my music career in February. So that was more of I'll say March. It was quick.
March 2020 or 2021?
2021.
Nice. So when you started this record label, did you file it as an LLC? Did you like file it with like New York State? Yeah. LLC? That's a great point now I want to talk about next. LLCs for music artists. Having a music career is like having a business. So when you filed that, why did you pick an LLC? Because that was the best option, right? Like why would you recommend other artists start an LLC and create their own label?
Yeah, I think that's the easiest process though. For me, it was the easiest. If you could sit down and analyze, it depends on the situation at the end of the day. But for me, it worked. So
yeah,
that was good.
That's awesome. So besides, you currently have 3 songs out on your Spotify. 2021 was a great year. The statistics, you had like over 70,000 streams. So besides the music videos, besides the music, let's talk about live performing. So especially because when you perform, you have the Panda head on, everything like that. How do you prepare for your performances? Like let's say day of. What is Wild Panda on the Run doing to prepare for a live event?
I do a lot of squats, a lot of push-ups. Yeah. Just like stretching, because there's a lot of movement. So in my performance, you see a lot of movement because I try to bring everybody, the whole crowd, I'm trying to bring them and jumping up and down and just doing cardio. When I'm performing, we're all doing cardio. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. So when it comes to networking, like we met at the Dreamers House event. We met at a networking event in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
For new artists just starting out, do you think it's just as important to focus on networking and getting out there as much as possible compared to just focusing on music?
I think networking is higher than the music, to be honest. Because now everything is about network. It's who you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's who you know. So get out there and network, guys. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes to music artists, growing up, who were your biggest musical influences?
In Spanish was Aventura, reggaeton, Wisin and Yandel, Daddy Yankee. In English, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Drake, a little bit of everything. dance halls. I used to listen to every type of music, man. I'm from the Bronx, so
Yeah.
that's what we hear in every corner, music and music.
Yeah, 100%. And you were born and raised in the Bronx?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, being born and raised from the Bronx in New York City, how has growing up in New York City influenced your music career and the music you make?
That's all. The Bronx made me. So, like I said, right now, like in every corner, every bodega, you hear music, or every car that passes by, you hear all type of music. Like summers in New York, forget about it. If you pass through a park, you're gonna have fun. So it's a little bit of everything, all cultures. That's why I try to bring all my music with that same energy, because everything that you hear, you don't hear it's too much sad songs in the streets. You hear a lot of like uplifting music, the water out, the kids running, having fun, playing dominoes.
Yeah.
So that's my energy source, the Bronx.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. So moving forward, even with your live performances, what do you have in the works for the rest of 2022? Are you doing any shows upcoming? So no, for 2022, what do you have in the works in terms of live performances? Are you planning a tour anytime soon? Do you have shows coming up in New York in the next couple of weeks? What can you let the audience know in terms of live performances?
I will be in small NYC on the 19th of this month. I'll be posting it up on my social media so you guys could check it out. It's going to be barbecue, live music, a lot of vendors, and a lot of networking.
Yeah.
Like we was talking about. And there's the other events. I try to keep everybody active. So if you follow my page, you'll see a lot of events that I try to promote. Not mine, but for others, because sharing is caring. So
yeah, 100%, 100%.
Don't be afraid to repost, guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And with your music and your content, you focused on the music videos, you focus on making high quality content. For music artists just getting started today, do you think that it's important to focus on enticing visuals? Do you think that could matter more than the music in some parts? Or do you think that just focusing on the music only matters more?
Honestly, that's the reason I only have 3 songs right now. So at the end of the day, I'm an independent artist. But my motto right now is like, I don't want to put out songs without a video. That's where I'm at right now. So that's why I only have 3 songs. But now this year, I'm coming up with Rockstar with Carlito Films and Gregory. We're going to come out with that. I have a few songs lined up. Michael Jackson that's a featuring with Nizzle, man. Shout out to Nizzle. And I'm falling into the line of reggaeton. So I have a lot of reggaeton songs because I feel like that's my strong side. So that's the side that the world haven't seen yet, but it's coming.
Yeah. And you mentioned how currently your catalog consists of 3 songs and you don't want to put out a song without a video. And why is that?
Because I feel like we live in an era of people like to see what they hear. You know?
Yeah.
Visuals. That's what we have the power in our hands, which is the phone. So people like seeing like videos. People love it. People like seeing more videos than reading, I feel like nowadays.
Yeah.
You could agree on that? Or?
I agree with you. Yeah, the visuals, it matters so much more than maybe in the past where let's say you used to have music out, you'd focus on radio, and then a video would come later. But now it's changed dramatically. Now, if you have the video with the song, that could push the song higher even further. And it helps make an impact on streaming too. If you come out with the song and a big budget video right away and you market it in like these small chunks, that could like get the word out even more and you let more of your audience know and it's more content for them to distribute and share. And then it could just like go to the stratosphere with the numbers and everything like that. Yeah. So you mentioned how you have some more songs coming out. You work with Carlito Films recently on Rockstar, and you're going to be focusing on some more reggaeton songs. So what else is next for Wild Panda on the Run? What are your biggest aspirations as a music artist?
Like what?
At the end of the day, like what do you hope to accomplish in your music career? Do you want to be touring all over the world? Do you rather just want to build up a following on the East Coast? Do you want to just focus on putting out records? What do you want? What do you want to come out of your music career? Like, what are your biggest dreams?
I want to be like, I'll say the first artist. I don't know the stats, to be honest, the real stats, but I'm gonna put it out there right now. I want to be the artist that's bilingual. So I want to take the English chart and the Spanish chart at the same time. So that's my main goal.
Yeah.
And I feel I could do it because I have the ability that I was born with in the Bronx, have different cultures, and I speak both languages. So
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for the battle.
Yeah. That's great. That sounds great. Wild Panda on the Run. Let the audience know, where can we find you on social media platforms? Let them know all of your handles.
And all platforms is Wild Panda on the Run. Wild Panda on the Run. That's everywhere.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that,
Everywhere.
Facebook, Twitter.
Everywhere.
Awesome, awesome. And what last thoughts do you want to let the audience know?
Guys, thank you for staying with us right here and enjoying our interview. It's kind of hot in here. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because this is more than just being an artist. This right here is my makeup. This is right here. This is my high heels, my nails. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the struggle right here. So I sweat and I try to give my all for you guys and for myself as well. And thank you for supporting me through the whole year that I made and the upcoming years, as well as you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I feel blessed. I was dying to come here, like I said at the beginning of the interview.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on. It's really cool to have you on Miltrick Media, and we'll let them know about your career and what's coming forward. But yeah, thank you to everyone for tuning in to another episode of Miltrick Media. Wild Panda on the Run, thank you for coming on the show. Check him out on social media platforms, like he said, on everything at Wild Panda on the Run. New music is coming out soon. He has some music out already. And we will see you soon for our next episode. Thank you.